We saw the social vote coming in, 84% of you backing with a win here. I think, you know, there'll be a few people, you watched it firsthand all out.
Potentially a little bit of a bait here as we start seeing Candelas sent through the site window. Brilliant play there from Surf, and Gotti reacting quite nicely to that bait. He's going to swing the corner here, and if he does, he'll have a field day.
Too easy. They're just going to stray on him, but Shopify Rebellion again creating that good position that they could at least make it a lose-lose. 4 versus 2 as Ambi manages to find Lider as well. Surf still down, but it's almost certainly not going to matter here as we get ourselves down to Rockstar versus the world. 1 versus 3 at the moment. Just takes his pot shots through. No! Oh! It's an absolute beauty onto Ambi. He might not get the round.
He's going to get zoned off there by the nade. He has got a Banshee that's going to back him up if anyone tries to push up onto him. But Canadian has managed to get themselves into the site and will start to get that plant down. Spoit, the drone, the bait. Beautiful stuff. And another round there for SR.
Going in there, and because there's not a lot of space on border, so to find those gaps, find
them moving around a little bit. Okay, it's border, so it's maybe not an every round sort of requirement. But Monty is very synonymous at the moment with SR and this team. Surf kicking things off, and Canadian already finding a little bit of trouble, but that's not an angle you want to challenge.
No, that was always going to be a defeat. I think with the Blackbeard, you've got to have the shield down ready. We'll come back to that. 3 versus 2. There's a couple of kills going. Gotti manages to get one, but Surf is there for the trade again. Something Shopify Rebellion have done so well, these trades, and keeping themselves on top of things, keeping themselves in the advantage. It's TX this time. He's been a big player for them through that CNL kickoff. He's really been top of the pops in terms of the numbers. They need a big moment from him here. And again, Shopify Rebellion, they're being so clinical about this. 3v1, could they have gone for the kill there? Of course. How they can build off that now. It was an area that I wanted to see them improve. They've come out straight away and got that done in round 5. Can they now hold on and keep that advantage? No, they can't. Got it. Taken down by Surf, but a trade there. Again, taking a leaf out of SR's book. That's something the North Americans have done well, hitting those trades so far. 4AR's position here. We've seen it played so often, and it is really tough to clear them out as it is. SR do a great job of it, but look at that again. Immediate response from 4AM.
Spoit there, just going to get caught out in the FNAT. That's going to give the game away that he's walking up onto that armory wall. Lydia, big round from them as well. 3 kills. Spoit, been a little bit quiet so far this series. Haven't had the Spoit round just yet. Are we about to see it here in round number 5? He knows exactly where the player is behind that half wall, and it's just like aim training for him. He's just waiting to play whack-a-mole as soon as they jump up. There's still 40 seconds, so he's got a good portion of time, and the player that he's already got downed is trying to crawl and scurry away. Couple of shots there getting put in. Can he land the finishing blow? Yes. Not been revived, so another kill can now go through. Lydia only on 1 HP. They're already jaded. They've been in 3 engagements so far, Tim.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy finish, but look at that.
The opening kill has been converted in every one of the rounds so far as well, regardless of anything else that's gone on, and Gotti's just hit his second. Ambi
can do a job for them, still knows that there's one inside a small office, but the timing being is doesn't manage to quite get his man, but it doesn't matter because he feeds the intel to Rexon, who
treated. They're at metal, they're in customs, they're in supply, they're in these off-site positions where they can very quickly get in and start to affect Canadian. He's hit the drop and he's going to start to get that plant down under the cover of one of the Candelas going off. Rexon will be the next player to fall. Spoit has to find the kills here because Canadian's only good for 1. Spoit needs all 3 in 15 seconds. They're kind of lining up for him, but again, putting in these impossible positions, and you just can't continue to ask that of him.
Flip to the pistol, get that final, imparting what he wanted to say, you know, what his contribution was.
Which is one of the nice things about it being 2 minutes, right? Because you can have a minute
Got
there.
That time. Maybe sends the wrong message. You don't want to look like you're on the back foot. You know, but don't be scared to bring those trap operators as well. Bring your Legions, bring your Banshees, you know, bring all that sort of stuff that can slow them down. Laser gates to give that warning of any kind of entry coming in against them. But in this case, they've gone with the Thorn Ambi over peaks and just gives himself a...
They could have been. Canadian in a very dicey position here, but a nice little double swing. Him and a teammate behind him is going to net the kill there onto Lider. That's now got to be the time for Canadian to get out of that position. The backup from Rexon, just playing inside of Archive. C4 ripped and ready to go over the top. That's only a moment of time. What a throw! Basically lands at the lap. We're seeing a couple of Thorn gadgets go off there now as well, and that's going to be Spoit's cue to call. He doesn't need any invitation to pick himself up a freebie. Rockstar now left with 4 players to find, and I'm not sure he'll get through the first. Canadian there, a great shot there from the SMG-11.
Considering a little look out of this door, but he hears the air jab. Doesn't matter.
It's just beautiful.
The air jab, it's on the wrong wall.
The Zoto, it's going to freeze it. He's going to be able to get that thing anyway. The teamwork is impeccable. Ambi comes in for the day saver. Surf was watching his angle as well from the armory door. You've just got that beautiful little bit of interconnecting play there. Everyone linking for one another.
And you've also then got 4am that have got a problem that's gone unsolved.
Big problem.
Not only have you lost the player, you've got this problem that's gone unsolved. Really well played again from Rebellion. As you said, teamwork just absolutely, tip-top at the minute. Flawless round, playing really clear in the space. You move on and they can retake it. There's no way that you can, actively take those fights. So I think, yeah, good play that they've now doubled up and Darsley's gone in there with him. And not going to go well though, as Ambi manages to find the kill onto the Monte, and that also puts the diffuser down in no man's land, and this is where they could come unstuck. Rebellion still able to hold on from above.
Canadian has fallen here in that fight, so it is going to weaken things somewhat, but like you say, there are some key positions that we've consistently seen failed to be cleared. Ambi will find one onto Gotti. I believe Spoit's still upstairs inside a CCTV as well. There's a lot of laser focus on these vertical angles. The diffuser has been recovered now and will start to go down. Spoit taking a little bit of damage from above, and the sense wall providing perfect cover. The plant likely going to go down here, but at this point SR have had to kind of let that happen because they have to rely on this double man count advantage to take them over the line.
Yeah, that's it. They've now got to play on the retake. Beautiful shot with the DMR up on the reverse angle to take Rexon down with the headshot. 23 seconds left here for Rebellion to fight their way back in, and that's a good start as Surf manages to take down the Sense. 20 seconds left. They've got to have this clear so they can get on the diffuser by the 7-second mark, or they won't have time. 10 seconds as they hunt, trying to find this last man. It's the Twitch. It's Lider. What can they do? They win the fight. That was the essential one, but no. Are they on time? Yes, just. They have about half a second to spare. Surf with a big double in the retake. Rebellion take round 9.
That was...
It was, it's like just out in customs. It was a bit like... But Soul continues. The only question is, are they going to be missing any hard breach? Lider taking a ton of damage there from the Nitro, but how about that? Absolute beauty with the pistol to take down Canadian. Leaves them now 4 versus 3, but the Monte is hurt at this point. About 15, 20 HP left. How about that, though? You've got to stop the jump outs. You can't let Rexon play like that. However, the trade is there again. Could be around for 4am on the way.
Another big round here for Spoit. We've seen him put in this position a couple of times already today. Players now recovered. Lider and Darsley both super low. Two-brow. The Zoto canister there, destroying the death mark. Spoit picks up his first, location now known, but he's got some information to play with here. Lider's going to start to get this diffuser down, but he's got the DMR. He's going to continue to put himself in these Zoto canisters and try and stay alive. Bit of a flunder there as he tried to swap weapon, had to hit the smoke, but it's a very broken up 1 versus 2 this, and he's got a massive chance. C4 just going to go wide, and it allows the plant to go down.
That C4 was the moment. That was the one for Spoit. If he gets the kill onto the Monty there, even with the diffuser down, he leaves himself in a 1v1, but not managing to hit the mark, not managing to find his man, now leaves him in an almost unwinnable situation. Lider with that shield, of course, can just hold him at bay. The death mark coming through again, but going to be failed because of the Zoto canister, but now Spoit is left just running, trying to find anything. He's scratching for whatever he can get out of this round. The nade is going to do the job. TX it is to pick up the final kill, but it's not going to be the end of the world. However, 55 seconds left to go. 4am have been stalled out for quite a long time here. Lider manages to get one onto Spoit. They clear that difficult position, but is it going to be too little, too late?
Rexon finds one. Levels things out right now. HP advantage is certainly with SR, although after losing Canadian, I'm now not too sure. Gotti and TX super low, though. 33 seconds. There's still time here to work with for 4am, but they're just looking a little bit disjointed. We've still got Surf playing upstairs inside of Armory. We've still got Ambi playing on that 90 corridor, and we've still got players moving through now. Ambi continuing his charge. It does know that there's going to be a a Nomad charge there, but isn't going to be able to do anything about it. Surf comes in with the next. It's all down to Wrexham, but everyone's so low. TX is able to find him there, tucked in. Big problem, and the big problem has been Spoit playing inside a CCTV with Ambi as the link. You can't just stand there. Lider, you've been the best player so far for FURIA. I mean, you just flat. With that castle barricade from Ambi, it's going to be really difficult to transition through that as a Monty. He can smoke it off, yeah, sure, but still there are going to be players that are able to work through it. There's a C4 going up from below, for goodness sake, as kills continue to come here for SR.
Yeah, it's looking good for the North American side at this point. Gotti has got the world on his shoulders right now. 4 AM, if they can't get this 1v4 done, 1v5 technically, but Spoit is down but not out. If they don't get that, they will drop down to the lower bracket, and they will then be only one loss away from exiting the tournament. But it was always going to be a tough start for them. But on the side of Shopify Rebellion, it has been pretty great so far. I think you're going to be more than happy. The North American side managed to get the job done. They get it over the line. We've seen some great teamwork from them. We've seen